The man simply took off his shirt before starting work. Unexpectedly, his employer developed a keen interest. Since she had just divorced her husband, the woman couldn't help herself for a moment, and began staring at the young man, examining him carefully. But realizing she was being somewhat inappropriate, she quickly and shyly looked away. But, unexpectedly, at this moment her daughter, who had just come home from school, also immediately took a liking to this well-built pool cleaner. After a brief greeting, the girl quickly and shyly went into her room. The next day, the girl left home early in the morning, but little did she know that right after she left, the pool boy knocked on their door. Hearing him say he had left his pool cleaning tools here yesterday, Laura unsuspectingly invited him into the room. Little did she know this small gesture would bring disaster upon herself, because in the very next second, the door was suddenly knocked on again. Laura opened the door and saw it was actually her recently divorced ex-husband. His sudden visit was not only to show off his new girlfriend, but also to flaunt his newly bought car to Laura. Seeing that after her ex-husband left her, his life had become so carefree, Laura's mood instantly hit rock bottom. After he left, she couldn't help but start constantly venting to Jack. Why could her ex-husband get a young girlfriend? She wasn't lacking in any way herself. Why couldn't she find a young boyfriend? Laura got angrier as she talked, because ever since leaving her husband, having never done any work herself, she couldn't even fix a broken television. And hearing Laura say the TV was broken, the boy immediately became interested. He quickly said this was his specialty, then immediately ran upstairs. Soon Jack had fixed Laura's television, but after finishing, he didn't plan to leave, and suggested giving Laura a massage. With that, he placed his hands on Laura's shoulders. At first Laura thought he was just genuinely helpful, but just as she was planning to relax her body properly, he suddenly started using vulgar language. This made Laura both shy and somewhat aroused. When emotions reached their peak, the two ultimately couldn't resist, and something indescribable happened. However, after the passion, Laura quickly told the boy they shouldn't have done such a thing. She was already past her prime, and didn't deserve young Jack at all. With that, she angrily rushed Jack out of the house, but little did she know, this small action of hers would bring disaster to the entire family, because after Jack returned home, he kept replaying what Laura had just said. The angrier he got, the more he felt he might have been used.